Welcome back to the podcast where we dig up stories that they tried to bury. The ones that make you stop scrolling and say, wait, what? Today, we're talking about Puerto Ricans in the Panama Canal. Yep, those Puerto Ricans that were part of the raw muscle behind the greatest engineering flex in history. 1904 to 1914, the US says, we're connecting two oceans no matter the cost. France tried first in the 1880s. Epic fail. 20,000 dead from disease and chaos. Americans roll in with dynamite, massive steam shovels, and a death wish. But they needed bodies. Fast. Cheap labor for the dirtiest, deadliest work. Malaria and yellow fever were killing people by the hundreds. Now enters Puerto Rico. After the 1898 U.S. invasion and the Spanish-American War, Puerto Rico was wrecked. Sugar economy flipped, jobs vanished, people starving. U.S. recruiters rolled up promising dollars, steady work, and boat rides to Panama. Over in Ponce, San Juan, Fajardo, thousands of farmers, sailors, young guys, they signed on. Puerto Ricans were not citizens yet, no draft, but desperate enough to chase that paycheck. Historians note Puerto Rican recruits joining the Caribbean wave, mostly West Indians on the Silver Roll. But Boricuas were there swinging picks too. They land in Colón and get thrown straight into the fire. The Culebra cut. 9 brutal miles through solid rock. Walls climbing 80 feet high. Explosions rocking the ground every day. Landslides that could bury an entire crew in seconds. And the heat that was hitting 120 degrees. And the rain never quits. And the mosquitoes? One worker wrote home. The Boricua wrote, "The canal is hell. Mosquitoes bigger than birds. But I send you $10 every month. Mama, buy rice for the family." These weren't slaves, but close in treatment. Silver roll meant half the pay of United States gold roll workers. Shacks and crowded barracks instead of tents or houses. Commissaries and clubs? Off limits. They got called Puerto Ricans like it was a joke or a slur. They fought yellow fever, accidents, and exhaustion. And unfortunately, some died. Many sent every spare cent back home. That was the money that kept families fed when the island had nothing. So they kept digging, hauling dirt by hand or rails, laying tracks, clearing brush, helping tame that hell's gorge. So the locks, the water, the whole shortcut could work. Without that Caribbean muscle, including Boricuas, the Panama Canal doesn't open in 1914 and change global shipping forever. Some stayed in Panama after it wrapped up, started families, built new lives. Others shipped back to Puerto Rico. Broken pocket, but unbreakable in pride. No big medals, no statues in the history books. Just lumped in as West Indian laborers. Or forgotten entries. Next time you see a ship slicing through Panama, saving weeks at sea, bringing food products that end up in your supermarket, remember, part of that ditch was carved by Puerto Rican hands. Sweaty, sick, unbreakable. Hope you liked the video. Here we shine light on that forgotten history. Today, it's the ones that literally moved mountains while people around the world looked the other way. If your family passed down stories about how Abuelo worked on the canal, put it down there in the comments. Tag a Boricua that needs to hear this history. And like always, follow, like, subscribe, repost, share your thoughts, and like always, let's go.